Good morning, kids. So, in the last class, we learnt about the disasters, that is earthquake, volcanic eruption, tsunami, drought and cyclone. Now, today, we are going to learn about the prevention and mitigation of natural disasters. So, what do you understand by this word, prevention? The action of stopping something from happening or raising is known as prevention. Now, what is mitigation? The action of reducing the severity or the seriousness of action is known as mitigation. So, here we are going to discuss some steps, some methods to reduce these natural disasters, some prevention methods. So, first we will discuss about the earthquake. We know that it is a natural disaster. The first one, houses in earthquake prone area should be made up of lightweight materials like wood, and the building of dams, roads and bridges must be built according to the safety rules. Next point is, when an earthquake strikes, run out of your home in an open space, and you should be away from building, electric wires, posts and so on. Next measure is, if you are in your home and you are trapped during the earthquake, so you should take shelter under a strong table or bed. If people are inside vehicle, you should drive slowly to an open space. Now, the next measure is, you should be ready with the damage emergency kit containing all the useful materials such as torch, first aid, knife, candle, matches and so on. So, these are few prevention and mitigation methods for earthquake. Next disaster is volcanic eruption. Here, the first one is, people should evacuate to a safe place as suggested by the authorities. Second one, electronic equipments and gadgets should be switched off during volcanic eruptions. Next one, keep an emergency supply kits with items like food, water, radio, all the necessary items which we need. So, these were few prevention methods for volcanic eruptions. Now, the next natural disaster is tsunami. Tsunami warning system should be set up so that the people are warned about the tsunami so that they can get enough time to move to a better place. Next one is, ensure that the food and water is not contaminated due to this tsunami. Next natural disaster is drought. The first point is, drought prone areas should be connected to water from rivers through canals. So, this is the picture of canal. Farmers should be educated about the bad effect of deforestation and overgrazing. They should understand that lack of trees reduce the amount of rainfall. So, do you know how it is related? The plants, the roots of the plants absorb water, and this water is sent to the atmosphere by the leaf in the form of vapor. These vapor rises above and forms rain clouds. This rain clouds bring rains, and this process is known as transpiration. So, there is a relation between trees and the rainfall. Next one is, trees and crops that require less water should be cultivated. The last point is, constructing water storage structures such as reservoirs, dams, ponds, lakes that helps to collect rainwater. Now, the next natural disaster is cyclone. The first one is, the use of radio, television, sirens to warn people about the coming of cyclone so that they get enough time to move to a better place. People must leave an area before it is hit by the cyclone. Second one, the roof of houses should be strengthened so that they are not affected by the cyclone. So these are few prevention methods to be taken into consideration. Now, doesn't think it over. The question is, compare and contrast the two disasters in the given below. So, two chart is there, disaster 1 flood and second one disaster 2 cyclone. In the middle, few questions are given and you have to write the answer in your notebook. Now, the next topic is human disasters. Now, what is human disaster? A man-made disaster is a disaster resulting from human negligence or error, and it leads to loss of life and lots of destructions. The first one is fire. Now, how it happens? A fire can break out due to false electrical wiring or gas and stove explosion. In case of fire, you have to dial 101 to call the fire station. So, this is the emergency number 101. Now, the next disaster is the epidemic. When a large number of people are affected by the same disease at the same time, it is known as epidemic. Such diseases are infectious disease. That means they pass from one infected person to the other one. So, these are two human-made disasters. Prevention methods of these human-made disasters. The first one, fire. The electrical wiring in our house should be checked regularly so that there is no fire. Next one, things such as petrol, plastic items, synthetic clothes, sprays should be kept away from any source of fire. Now, the next one is epidemics. Personal hygiene should be kept in mind. Here, always maintain proper hygiene of body and your surroundings. Use soaps and detergents to disinfect your body and your surroundings. This prevents the spread of epidemic. Next one is wearing proper mask. We all know that the whole world is facing this problem. So, and we should wear mask properly and we should wash our hands with soap and sanitizer. Next one is ensure that the food and water is not contaminated. We should use it after proper washing it. So, these are few methods of preventing these disasters. Now, there is an activity for you. You have to find the difference between epidemic and pandemic. You have to take a video or voice clip and submit it in Microsoft Teams. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.